Recording in progress.
All right, that was a bit of a funny start. So I'm here, I'm going to work on some cases from the comments. So what will happen is if you make a comment about if you would like to come on here with me, then I will tell you how to do that. I haven't done this like this on here before. But we'll give it a try. Facebook is where I normally do this, and it's kind of easy. People make a comment, I can click them and bring them in. This is going to be a bit different. People are going to make a comment. I am then going to choose them, and then we're going to have to get them a what do you call it? A link to Zoom, and then they will be able to come in that way. So it's a bit of a funny thing. There's just no perfect technology for me, it would seem. Jenny likes this. Maya says, I don't get why you don't do all this on Zoom, because then it's just stuck in Zoom. That's why I do my teaching, a lot of teaching in Zoom. Discord is a great platform. I've never heard of any of, I'm so not savvy with what with all these things. Ultimately, this might not even be faster than Facebook, because we're going to go through such a process. So that is going to be the thing to come on here today. You're going to need to have Zoom. Which is the I was a bit nervous if I even go back to Facebook to do another video, that I'm just going to get kicked straight off again. All right, so Kim. So Kim with burning mouth syndrome, could you email support@charliegoldsmith.com immediately, and you will be given access into here. I think what I'll do in future though is, if I'm going to do this, I'll have the cases lined up. because the problem I have on Facebook is it slows down because it fails all the time. Debbie Cauldron, can you also email support@charliegoldsmith.com? Your message was, my 12-year-old son deals with headaches. The Motortix has both right now. I'll give myself another shot at a young headache. So you're going to need Zoom. When you email support@charliegoldsmith, you're going to get a link. Anne thinks this is better than Facebook. You know, we'll see, because once I get these people in, I suppose we'll find out. But you need to move quickly, people, because as soon as someone comes in, support@charliegoldsmith.com. Because I didn't know you could use Zoom with Facebook Live. You can. It's just such a shame I can't pick people out of the comments. It just seems like okay, so we've got 2 people that have emailed through. I just sort of wait until they join my waiting room, and then we'll get moving, I hope. Oh, excuse me. Sunday morning, still feeling that. Isabella, could you please email support@charliegoldsmith.com? That's Isabella Pequet. I might have said that wrong, but Dala, when am I coming to San Francisco? No plan for that at the moment. I would like to do an event like what I did in Byron recently here in America. I think I'd probably do the first one in Los Angeles. Excuse me. So hopefully that's close enough. That's close enough to San Francisco for you. It's very hard when I do a live event, in the sense that I have to be 100% healthy. And I know that sounds like it's straightforward, but it's really not. If you travel and, you know, like I don't get sick very often, you know, very, very rarely, but you just wouldn't want to have, you know, hundreds of people flying from different places to an event. It's sort of nerve-wracking. I guess it's like, must be like that for all events though, isn't it? That people have to worry about these sorts of things. But I get a bit nervous that not how I'll go for the event, but because what I do is what I do. I'm trying to bring the first person in here. There should be 3 I've asked. Just working on it at the moment. This is to an event. It's sort of nerve-wracking. I guess it's like must be like that for all events, though, isn't it? That people have to worry. So I muted myself when I was also muting Kim because the sound went all a bit weird on me. So that should be back now. Let's just see if this is okay. Kim, I can't hear you, Kim. I need to get some sound. It's just waiting for your audio to come through, Kim. Can you hear me? Just haven't got your audio yet. It just still says connecting audio for some reason. So we'll just give that a second. Kim, while that audio works itself out, I don't really understand. No, technology has just not been my friend lately, as you can see. And to everyone watching, thanks for bearing with me while I ultimately fumble my way through technological issues. It says connecting audio, but for some reason it's not. Have you unmuted yourself, Kim? Okay, I'm going to switch. I'm going to come back to you, Kim. Hopefully your thing is finds a way to get the audio happening. Debbie. This is the story. This is literally.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, well, you've got your audio, so that's good. All right. Hello. What's your name?
Noah.
Noah. And Noah, your mum said you're 12?
Yep.
Yep. And so just tell me what's, either of you can sort of tell me what's happening.
I have motor tics and I tend to have bad headaches every once in a while.
Yeah.
And you have one of them right now that you've had about a week, right? Yeah. And the motor tics have been since like his first grade. And he's tends to get sick a lot.
Okay. And the tics are, well, how do they affect you? What can you describe them?
It's hard to focus, and I guess it's just a lot of stress.
Yeah. Okay.
And physically, there's a lot of facial and arm movements, or mouth movement, but also when he tends to have a really hard time when, like he said, focusing. It's kind of like there's a electric pulse that's like neurologically, I think that kind of is, I'm blanking on the word to describe it. Glitching, I would say.
Okay. And how constant, like how regular are the tics?
They're daily.
Yeah.
And we've done tons of diet change. We've really cleaned the diet we've looked at things all since first grade. Lots of supplements. Okay.
All right. And so Noah, so where do you feel this headache at the moment?
Just like in the front by my eyebrows.
Okay.
And do you feel it in the back of your head right now also? That part went away? Okay. So you just relax.
Okay. How does the headache feel now? Does it feel Noah the same or different?
It feels a little better. Like it was starting to go away a couple minutes ago. So it's feeling better.
Okay. Was it gone before we started talking just now, or was it still there?
No, it was still there.
It was still there, and now it's gone?
Basically it feels like, yeah.
You've had this for how long? A week?
The last like 3-ish days I've had it a little bit like after school, and
this round of headaches started Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How does it feel now?
better.
Okay. Hopefully, you know, I mean, obviously you get these semi-regularly or very regularly. Hopefully that helps, but we'll see. So would you guys let me know sort of how often would you typically get headaches? Is it every week or sometimes not for a long time? Like, how does that work?
Well, a lot lately it's been like I've gotten like maybe like once every 2 weeks, but it used to be like I would get like in a week I would have like 3 headaches. And they would be really bad.
Yeah, he would like lay down for 8 hours, not moving, and until he'd just start vomiting. And then once he vomited, that tended to clear it.
Yeah, wow. Okay.
He'd also get a lot of swellings in his ear, where his face would swell up.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hopefully that helps. So, you know, sometimes, you know, the good thing about when my work works is it often can have a long-term effect, not just a short-term one. It can have short-term ones, but it is very regular that it would have a long-term outcome. So, yeah, I'm glad your headache's gone. So enjoy that. And then let me know also if what I did affects also the ticks at all. So I'd love to hear from you guys if you just send an email and just tell me, yeah, if you notice there's a difference in their frequency or severity or both, or there's no difference, I'd like to hear that.
Okay.
All right.
And what do you say?
Thank
It's a
you.
big deal that you got. Yeah. Thank you very much, Charlie.
That's okay. I
We
hope
really appreciate it.
it's a pleasure. Okay. Well, it's good to meet you both.
Yeah, me too.
We'll see you
Bye.
later.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Yeah. Hopefully we get some audio from Isabella. Oops. Hello.
Hi.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hi. Well, I can't even remember now. I chose you, but I can't remember what you said was wrong. What was it?
I've had chronic pain for the past 7 years.
Okay. And can you describe that to me?
So basically it's in my right eye socket. I lost my eye when I was a child and I wear a prosthetic eye. And I've had multiple surgeries since then. And it's basically just like severe, sharp, stabbing nerve pain that comes and goes depending on the day. And like there's different things that make it worse. Like the cold weather makes it excruciating, and any type of like movement or like raising my blood pressure or any type of exercise makes it worse.
You said it comes and goes. So what does that mean? It can be gone for how long?
It can be gone for like a day, and then the next day it'll be right back again.
Mm-hmm.
And if I sit still and I don't really do anything, like it will go away. But then basically whenever I start moving again and trying to basically do anything, it starts up again.
Yeah. And so how is it right at this moment?
It's not great. It's like a 6.
And so you feel, is it like a constant feeling? So it's like, or is it every few minutes, or like, can you describe that
It's
to me?
pretty constant. It's almost just like sharp stabbing pain, like every couple seconds.
Okay. And sorry, it was your left eye?
It's my right.
Your right eye, sorry. Okay, right eye. All right, can you just tell me how it feels now? Same or different?
It feels the same.
Mhm. Okay, and now?
I almost feel like there's more just like pressure. But if I get up and I like touch my toes or anything like that, it would make it worse. So
Like, so, sorry, just so I understand, it feels like more pressure What?
Yeah.
It feels worse.
No, the pain is better, but it's just more like pressure.
Oh, I understand. So the pain's dropped down.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? But now it feels more. You're more aware of the pressure.
Yeah, because there's
Okay.
also like a lot of pressure with the pain too.
Okay, I understand. So the pain dropped. Is that correct? Is what
Yeah.
you? Okay. And so you're saying if you were to stand up and touch your toes, that would be sure to make it worse. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And how does it feel now?
It's still just like pressure with a bit of pain.
What was, just so I understand, the pain level before I started to now? What can you quantify that?
It was a 6. It's probably a 5 now.
Oh, okay. Are you talking about pressure or pain?
Pain.
So did it drop further than that, and then it came back up, or what?
No, it went from a 6 to a 5.
Okay.
I also get like really bad migraines too, but they're on the opposite side. But basically, it's like the eye pain also like shoots down into my face and like up into my head too. Like it almost follows the nerves.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And how does it feel now?
It feels quite a bit better.
Okay. Quantify that.
It's like a 3 now.
What about the pressure feeling?
The pressure is still there.
At the same level?
Yeah.
And now?
It's still there.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, the pain is the same at that lower level?
Yeah, it's still at like the 3.
Hmm. Okay, and now?
It still feels about the same, the pain and the pressure.
Yep, about that 3.
Yeah. And I can still feel like the migraine on the left side.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, how often do you get the migraines?
I get them every week and they last usually like 3 days at a time.
Okay, how's the migraine now?
It's about the same.
Okay. How's your eye now?
The pain is better, but I can still feel like a lot of the pressure.
Okay, so pain is better, meaning
Like a 2.
can you just, as best you can, it's probably hard, I imagine, just describe the pressure to me.
Like the pressure
Mhm.
or the pain?
The pressure.
Well, the pressure feels like it's in like the entire socket, but the pain is mainly just like at the top, like up here, and it shoots up into my head.
Yeah. Okay. And now?
The pressure is still there, and the
Mhm.
pain is, I want to say, still at a 3.
3. So it's come back up from where it was a second ago?
Um,
Because it said it
No.
dropped twice. I think we
Oh.
went 6, 3, 2. I'm just asking if it's come back up. Ultimately the numbers don't matter as much as whether it's, do you know what I mean? It's getting less. And
No, sorry, I'm kind of nervous. I think I just forgot.
no. That's why I'm saying that don't worry about the numbers. It's easy to forget them,
Yeah.
but it's sort of still at that second drop. Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think how to deal with this pressure. Does the pressure come and go as well as the pain?
Yeah, it does. And when I have a lot of pressure, I actually get like clear fluid that leaks down out of the socket, like down my face.
Okay, how is it now?
It still feels about the same.
I understand. That's okay. Don't. No, it's so hard to say. Try not to stress, but at least this is on here. There's a lot less people watching than if we were on Facebook right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got a little bit of pain relief, which is something. I'm trying to think of how's the headache at the moment. Is that still the same, or has that changed?
It's still the same.
I'm not having a good day. I think maybe YouTube is a bit jinxed for me.
I have been told in the past that like I do have nerve damage
Mhm.
in the socket, but I've been told lots of different things, and I've tried so many different things over the years, and nothing has ever really helped.
Mm.
I've also had issues after my surgeries where like I don't dissolve sutures properly, so they just stay there and they don't ever really go away the way they're supposed to.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So you think you've got some in and around your eye still?
I think I could, yeah.
Also, don't stress when I am asking you questions. I'm trying different things. So it's like the only expectation from me is just you just tell me the truth. It's not that you have to tell me that it's better, or like
Yeah.
so it's important that you don't worry about that. There's no expectation from me. I really just need accurate feedback so I can know what's working and what isn't. And so it's definitely nothing to worry about. Okay, and how's the pain now?
It's actually a bit better, and I feel like the pressure went down.
Okay, good. So how far did the pressure go down?
Like 30%. I almost feel like my head is lighter.
Mm-hmm. How's the headache?
It's slightly better too.
Okay, and now?
I almost feel like the pressure is like moved down. Like now it's almost like it's in my neck or like in my jaw.
Yep. And what about nerve pain in your eye at the moment?
It's minimal, like 1.
Okay, good. And the pressure now in your eye?
Or it was the pressure. I meant it feels like the pressure moved down. Like yeah, not the pain. I feel like the pressure is like moved down into my neck, into my jaw, but not the migraine.
I understand, but the pressure from your eye, that's moved, has it?
Yeah, I feel like it's what's moved.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a different way. Do you have pressure in your eye currently?
Like 10% of what it was.
Okay. Okay, and now?
It's even less, like 5%.
So I'll tell you why the feedback's so important, this exchange that we're having, and for anyone watching now, is because you told me something that's helped me change it. When you told me that your body has trouble breaking down the sutures in your body, and I imagine other foreign sort of objects, and now that's what I'm working on, and that's what's made the biggest difference. So when you told me that, it sort of was the information I needed, which is why I don't mind what the feedback is as long as it's accurate, because then I can keep searching through stuff. When people don't work with me in terms of giving me accurate feedback, then it's harder for me to navigate what we would call difficult cases. Because it's not necessarily difficult. I just have to work out how to do it. And sometimes
that about the sutures earlier.
No. You said it. You said it, and that's the main thing. I'm not being critical of you. Actually, you've done exactly perfect, because it would have been easy for me to go, oh well, I'm not getting anywhere. But I just needed to understand what could be the problem. And what people don't realize is, as I'm working on people, even though it looks like I'm doing the same thing every time, I'm not. I keep working through different things until I find what works. What you just said, I've never heard of before, so it's new for me to try it. But as soon as you told me, I thought, oh, okay, I think I know how to potentially deal with this. And then the truth is in your feedback when it makes such a dramatic difference when I hit the right thing. All right, how's it feel now?
It feels pretty good, like the pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like I should also say, like, I think my body just has lots of problems with foreign objects in general, because when I lost my eye, like, I've had lots of different implants and things, and I've actually rejected them, like, and they
Yeah.
have to be removed.
I understand. So what I've done today, hopefully, is the healing of that issue,
Yeah.
your body's rejection of foreign objects. So that's because ultimately that makes sense, is that if you've got foreign objects in your body and your body doesn't like it, it's going to let you know. So what I've tried to do is, and hopefully this works out for you, we'll know sort of fairly quickly over the, in your case, because, you have this, it's sort of one day on, one day off sort of thing. You'll know fairly quickly if we've made a good difference. And then hopefully if it does stick, then there will also be a change in your body's response to foreign objects. So that might be a good thing in certain circumstances, I imagine. Okay. How are you doing now?
It feels pretty good. Like, the whole area just feels like it's tingling almost. It feels different, but in a good way.
Good. And what about your headache and everything else?
It's still kind of there, like in this area on the opposite side.
Has that improved?
A little bit.
Okay. How's it now?
It's about the same.
Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel comfortable to bend over and push your eye a bit, push the thing, just because we're here together, and this may well be, just to see if what would ordinarily be a problem is or isn't. Can you do that for me?
Yep.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna have to put my phone down though to do that.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
Okay, so when I bent over, I feel like the pain is a lot better than it usually is, but I did feel the pressure come back in the
Okay.
eye.
Okay. And so normally if you bent over, is this on any day, if you bent over, even on a good day, you would feel the pain?
Yeah, anytime I would bend over to touch my toes or try to do any kind of exercise, or going outside in the cold weather sets my nerve pain off.
Okay. So
any day.
that's meaningful in this moment that you were able to do that without the pain. I understand you felt the pressure. Can you tell me now that you've sat back down, is the pressure there or not?
Yeah, it's there, but
Okay, that's okay. Is it back as bad as it was, or where's it at?
it's back like 50% of where it was.
50%. Okay, and normally, just to give me a comparison, even on a good day, like where you don't feel anything, if you bent down to touch your toes, the pain would come up, but it didn't. The pressure would come up like this or more than this, typically.
Probably more than this.
Okay, that's fine. Just give me a second. Okay, how's the pressure now?
It's dropped to like 30%.
And now?
Like 20%.
And now?
It's still at that 20%.
And still no nerve pain though?
No.
Um, my brain's starting to get tired. Okay, how is it now?
It still feels like it's at the 20% after I stood up and bent over and touched my
Yeah.
toes.
Yeah. Ordinarily, on a good day, if you stood up, touched your toes, came up, you'd have the nerve pain, you'd have more of the pressure. How long would then, on a good day, that stay for? Would that turn a good day into a bad day?
It would probably stay for days. Like once I've triggered it, it stays sometimes a week or longer.
Okay. Okay, so it's very meaningful potentially that the nerve pain didn't come up from that, based on what you just said. Um, um, so I'm just thinking. Okay. Can you just tell me if the pressure's changed at all?
It has gone down slightly.
Now?
I feel like it's like at 10%.
Now?
Like still 10.
Now?
It's still that last 10.
And now?
It still feels the same.
That's okay. We're doing quite well, I feel. I just would love to get rid of that last 10%. Also there's a point at which I run out of concentration. Ooh, definitely there.
Well, I really appreciate you taking the
No.
time to try to
No,
help
no.
me.
My pleasure. This is probably a big ask, and you can say no to me if you want, but how do you feel about touching your toes again?
Yeah.
Can I do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It definitely made the pressure like ramp back up again.
Pressure can't. That's okay. It's simple. I mean, look, the reality is the reality, but did the pain come up again?
It did just slightly that time.
A little bit. Okay. And did it come up just during, or has that come up and that's now you feel that little bit of pain?
Now I feel the little bit of pain. And it also actually made the migraine come back a bit too.
Sorry, I just put a message that wasn't for you. Okay. And now, so as time passes, is that elevating or going down or holding steady in terms of the pain?
It's going down a bit.
Okay, great. And is that unusual?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's good. We like that. And what about the pressure?
It's not as bad as I feel like it usually would have been.
Is it holding steady though, or what's it doing since you sort of sat back down?
It's kind of just staying at the same level.
Mm-hmm. Okay, how is it now?
It feels different, almost like it's just kind of moved a bit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is there any pain?
No,
Is there any pressure?
it's just like very minimal, like 5%.
And now?
It actually feels like it's gone.
Can you bend over again?
Yeah.
Sorry. Come on.
It feels pretty good, actually.
Oh. Is the headache gone?
It's just like hanging on by like 5-10%.
Okay, so you got no pressure when you went down that time?
No.
Has that ever happened?
Not for 7 years, no.
And okay. Okay, is the headache still there?
It's just like 5%.
What would be, bending down, as you say, would normally trigger all these things. What else would do it? What else would be worse than that?
For the eye pain or the migraine or anything.
The migraine and the eye pain and the pressure.
Well, for the eye pain, like going outside, like even today, it's like -24. And
Oh,
if
God.
I went outside, it would make it scream at me usually, like within 30 seconds of going outside.
Is that something that's even avoidable, or in your life you're just going to have to go outside, obviously, and it just hurts? Is that or do you never go outside?
Well, I avoid going outside as much as I possibly can, but I mean, I have to, like, in order to go get in the car to go places, but
It just on the trip to the car, would that be enough normally? Just
yeah,
literally.
it was off.
Do you want to go out? Are you willing to go outside?
Yeah.
take us outside with you.
Okay.
She lives in a maze.
Okay, I'm outside.
Okay, just tell us what would normally happen and how quickly would it happen?
So usually it would be like within 20 seconds and the nerve pain would start, and then it would just be excruciating for days until it would finally start to go down.
Yes.
And it's still not hurting, which is unusual because by now it would have already been really bad.
And so, sorry, what is this also that sort of 7-year mark or longer that you've had the cold thing?
It's been 7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. It all started after I had one of my surgeries, and then it just went downhill from there.
Yeah.
But it's actually still not hurting, which is unheard of.
So
I haven't
what have you,
been able to even go outside for like a walk in the winter in 7 years.
what have you tried to touch your toes while you're outside?
Yeah, I can do that. It does hurt a bit now.
Okay,
Just
that's okay. That's okay. So let's just, so you did that, it hurts a little, pressure or pain, which is it,
It's both.
at what level?
It's like jumping to like a 5 or 6.
It's jumping up. All right, you go inside if you need to. I want to try and stop it if I can.
And
But
it's
you do-
shooting into the top of my head now the way that it usually does.
Okay. Rather, I know I've pushed you, but I've done it because I want to be able to work out, it's no good me working on you and then there being a very, a potential for you to then think you're good and then you're not. So let's see. Okay, how does it feel now?
It's still bad. It's shooting into the top of my head really badly.
I'm sorry about that, but the reality is you would try it anyway if you felt good, so I just think it's better we do it in a...
I don't mind. I would do anything to get better.
Just tell me if it starts settling, okay?
It just did now.
All right, how is it now?
It's maybe like a 5, like it's gone down 1.
We're back to the start. But we're not back to
Bad. The cold is always really bad.
Okay, so even when it elevated, then how was that? Like, I know when you felt nothing, that was obviously, you know, very significant. But even when it elevated, was that as bad as it normally gets if you'd been out there for that sort of 20 seconds you talked about, or is it,
No, it probably would have shot to like an 8 or a 9, and it would have been really bad.
okay? So we got halfway. What is it now?
It's still a 5, but it's quit shooting into my head. It's more just like in the one spot at the top, like above the eye.
And what about the pressure?
The pressure is back like 30% of what it usually is.
And now?
The pain is still in that spot, and the pressure is still the same.
And now?
The pain has dropped to like a 4.
And now?
It's still at a 4, just in the one spot.
Sorry, just give myself a break for 1 second. Yeah. You got over your nerves?
Yeah.
Takes Okay, how's it now?
It actually just dropped significantly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back to as good as it was before?
Yeah, before I went outside.
Okay, back outside then, please.
Okay.
I know I'm so mean, but it's worth it, I think. I'm sorry if this doesn't work out and I put you through this, but
No, don't apologize. I'm just so thankful. It feels really good right now, like really good.
As good as when you went outside the first time, or even better?
Even better.
All right, we'll just give you a minute. You probably can't see this, but like there's so many. Well, it's not so many. There's 300 people watching, all pretty excited for you at the moment.
It's still not hurting.
Okay, so touch your toes again. I know I'm asking a lot, but
Okay. It feels good. The only other thing that would really set it off that I can think of is if I was like to try running or something and like raise my blood pressure.
you just jumped. So you just bent over and it didn't hurt?
No, it's good.
Okay.
Sorry, my dog is barking.
Yeah, cool. It's a big dog.
Yeah.
It's like a massive dog. All right, what did you say you try and do?
The only other thing that I can think that would really test it is if like I tried running and like really raised my blood pressure.
You do it?
You want me to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. It still feels good.
Okay.
And I'm
Well,
still outside.
You what? And you're still
I'm still-
outside. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's good news, isn't it? I feel like I understand now probably how to fix you, in the sense that it might already be done, but you know, we've got to see what a bit of time does. But I know what to do now. Like I had to make your body accept multiple different elements. It wasn't just what you said to me at the start. There's lots of things in your own body that it was reject. It's hard to explain, but it's anyway. I think I understand what to do now. I'm sort of always a bit tentative, and you're happy, which is wonderful. I think there's cause for optimism for sure. I think the important thing to take from today is that you can feel better, and and you've just experienced that, so we know it's possible now. So you probably, I imagine before today, you didn't know that it was possible to have this experience, forget me, but like just the experience of being able to feel okay. So I think that's wonderful.
I've been following you for years.
Yeah, well, I'm happy we've connected. How old are you? You said in the things 24?
I'm 24, yeah.
24.
I've been dealing with this since I was 17.
Wow. And I hope this is given you what you need. You did some good tests, so I think it's obviously late for you. I gather it was quite dark outside, so let's see how you do tomorrow. For sure, we're going to follow up, so you let me know how you're doing tomorrow. And I think that it in the event that it's like what you saw, like even though you can't see what I'm doing, I'm working through so many different things, and I do feel like I found if it's kind of like a little bit of a puzzle, your thing, I found my way through it, and there would be more I could do if this isn't it wouldn't. So like what I'm trying to say is it's like when you went outside, it didn't feel good, and then I did it again and got it right. I did something different to make that happen, but it was really within the family of your body rejecting things that are really part of it. So yeah, so I wish you all the best. I would absolutely love to hear how you're doing, and if you can give us an update tomorrow. And then in the event that you do feel better, make the most of it.
Okay.
I'm not sure how you live in a cold place when you've got a condition that makes you suffer in the cold. Did you think about moving maybe?
Everybody always says that I just need to move to Mexico, but
yeah. Mexico is amazing. I love Mexico. So, all right. Well, thank you also just for trusting me through that, because that would have been hard, because I wasn't, that was a hard one for me to navigate my way through too. So well done to you for not hanging up on me. And we'll see how you're doing tomorrow. I feel like everyone watching here is going to want to know, including me. So,
okay.
I
So
hope you have.
do you want me to just send
Yeah,
an email?
you just email, because you've emailed obviously with Mandy to get this link. So just email her tomorrow, and then depending how you're doing, be nice to do. If you're feeling good, it would be nice to do a bit of a follow up. If you're not, then I am prepared to do another session on you, maybe even tomorrow if necessary. So let's see how you're going.
Thank you so much.
That's a pleasure. Okay, good to meet you.
You too.
That's a big one. It's a big session, and pretty intense. I was definitely getting tired. It's I kind of feel like, if for anyone watching that is a practitioner in this space, that what I think, and this is part of what I teach when I teach, is that one of the important things I did then was I pushed her safely. Like, obviously you wouldn't want to put someone in danger, but within the things I knew that she was going to have to face at some point anyway. I pushed her because I'm not trying to, take the first sign that I've done a good job and be like, great, I fixed her. What I want to do is make absolute sure of it. So I'll push someone, and ultimately try and get right down to, have I actually got anywhere? So I think that is a very important thing. Now, I am going to try and bring Kim back on here, if in fact Kim has sound.
Hello?
Which you do. Hello.
You're tired, Charlie?
Look, as you can imagine.
Yeah. Maybe we should try it another time, maybe?
I think that this is our moment that we shouldn't ignore.
Okay.
And it's okay. You saw that even when I'm tired, I can still do some good things. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. I don't have much longer because I have to make lunch for my doctor who's coming here and his wife. So, but we don't need, hopefully, too long. So tell me, remind me, what is your issue?
I have something called burning mouth syndrome.
Okay, and how did you get that?
Well, you can line 10 people up with burning mouth syndrome and you'll get 10 different reasons as to why they think they might get it. So I think for myself, it's an inflammatory thing, as well as I was on some strong antibiotics and the doctor thought that maybe I damaged the lining of the mouth at the time. But some people have dentist extractions and it triggered it. There's no rhyme or reason to it. And it's basically... Sorry.
No, go on. I'm listening. Sorry.
It's basically what it sounds like. Your mouth burns 24/7. So as a kid, you're taking a bite of a hot pizza and you burnt your tongue and you burnt the palate, but it goes away after a few minutes or whatever. Mine is 24/7. It continuously burns. So the tongue, the palate, the lips, the gums, the back of the throat, and inside the nose is like I've sniffed hot coals 24/7.
And so how long have you had this for?
Started 2019.
2019. Okay. So it's constantly there. Does it get worse and better
Yeah,
sometimes?
the afternoon is worse. At its peak, it's worse in the afternoon. And by the time 8, 9 o'clock comes Eastern time, for me, it starts to subside, but it's always there.
Yes. Okay. All right. Well,
And at its peak, my ice cubes are my friend.
okay. How does it feel now?
Uh, about a 5.
Sorry, that's where that's
That's
what
where
was
it
it?
is. It
Yep.
was about a 7 or 8 before you started.
Okay, gotcha. So for 3 years, it's permanently been there with
Yeah.
some variation through the day.
Yeah.
Okay, and what is it now?
Same.
And now?
The nose is better, about a 4. The nose, the tongue is still about a 5.
And now?
4. The tongue is a 4. The nose is about a 3.
What would the lowest the tongue be? What would the lowest number your tongue would get to on any given day?
The lowest, probably a 2. It's never completely gone, so it's never a 1 or a 0.
Okay, what is it now?
About a 2.
And now?
About a 1.
And now?
Still a 1.
And now?
Yeah, it's pretty good now. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, the palate, I would say the palate's about a 3, but the lips are good. The tongue, like I said, yeah.
All right, and now?
About a 2, Charlie.
In the palate.
Yeah.
And now?
A 1.
All right, and now?
Yeah, the palate is pretty much gone.
Mhm.
Lips, yeah. The tongue is still about a 1, Charlie.
Good. Okay.
I could live with this here. Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
And again, it's not at its peak, right? I mean, between now and, like I said, 4 o'clock in the morning, it's manageable. Like I'm one of the lucky ones that can get some sleep through the night, where a lot of people can't that
mhm.
have it. So the telltale is going to be tomorrow morning, how the tongue and the palate and the back of the throat, and especially the nose. It's like I said, it's like I'm eating hot coals and sniffing hot coals, and the face gets almost a deep purple, and the nose gets a deep, 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 deep purple, that they think, my God, you had too much sun or something. And it's it's not. It's
Okay. Well, let's see what happens. I mean, I ultimately for me, I don't mind when I work on someone as long as they have symptoms. If you don't have symptoms, that's quite difficult. But well, because you do, it's a good. I don't need you to be at peak to hopefully get a good result.
right.
But as you say, quite rightly, tomorrow is, anytime really. It's either going to be there,
No.
there or not. So let us know, please.
Yep,
Um,
I'll let Mandy know. And can I just say thank you to Mandy? I'm sure I've been a pain in her rear end, bugging her emails, and because I don't own a cell phone, and could never participate with Facebook, and could we not find a solution? And she never banned me from emailing her, and I just want to tell her I love her, and the pain in the ass won't bother her anymore.
Saint Mandy, she is. I'm sure she's grateful for that. I certainly have the same appreciation of her. She's remarkable. So I hope this gives you what you need. We will find out, and
Yep,
and you let me know via
I will.
Mandy. I've got 21 minutes to cook my doctor lunch. It's not going to be the best lunch he's had, but I'll do my best.
Thank you, Charlie.
Yeah.
And your good habits works fantastic. I told Mandy and let you know I've lost 135 pounds so far on my good habits, and still counting.
Wow.
And still
that's
counting.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Well,
so it does work.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It's good. Well, being healthy is a wonderful thing. Well done. Hopefully we'll see you in the January.
Yes, I'm going to be a part of that. Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
Great. Hopefully it's without burning mouth. So
yes, for sure.
We'll see. Okay. Well, I hope you have a beautiful night, and look forward to hearing how you're doing.
Thank you, Charlie. I appreciate it. Thank you.
My pleasure. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Big day. I want to thank you all for sticking with me here on YouTube today. I'm just looking at the comments. I can only see them on my computer, which is why I turn my head to the side. I do need to make lunch because I invited my doctor and his wife for lunch, and I best have some actual food for him when he comes. Then that'd be a reasonable thing to do. And I'm going to have to build this channel and also just, get some good flow. It ended up working pretty well, but obviously initially it was a bit of an effort to get people in here just because we have to go via another platform. But I'll get it right. I probably will sort of go between Facebook and here, because I still get, obviously the majority of my audience is on Facebook, which is relevant. So hopefully I'll see you all soon. I hope all of you are joining me in January for my program. I'm not sure if it won't be the last massive program I do because they are such a huge effort. So it may well be, I don't know. We'll see. So I hope you have a really good day, and see you soon.